All right, good Thursday and happy 4th of July to you here. I'm Joe Martucci. We are on the corner of Smithville Boulevard and Moss Mill Road here in Galloway as we celebrate our 4th of July parade here. It is an annual tradition here in Galloway to have the 4th of July parade starting back in 1998. And here we are 26 years later, celebrating 4th of July again. Again, I'm Joe Martucci here. I'll be your host for today as we talk about the Smithville 4th of July parade. We have 138 marching units across the area. We have a 2-camera setup for you. You can see what we have going on right now. Not too much. We are waiting for our Galloway Township Public Works Department to clear on out, and then we're going to get this parade started at 9 a.m. here. Let's take a look at our weather conditions for today. We'll start with our 4th of July forecast. Temperatures, well, they're going to be right what you would expect for the 4th of July. Temperatures in the 80s for most inland locations, getting up to around 90 degrees as you make your way towards Hamilton. Over at the coast, that's where you beat the heat. Temperatures in the low 80s there, 76 in Long Beach Island. Now, we are expecting a few showers and storms, but the good news is that should be really in the central and northern part of the state. If it happens here, it's a low risk. I did want to throw it in there, but we aren't talking about a major shower and storm risk across the area. Winds from the south 5 to 10 miles an hour. It gets a little muggier as the day goes on, but we are not talking about anything that is super humid. We'll show you that sea and sand forecast as well, sponsored by Ventnor City Special Events. They have their summer beach concert on Saturday here. You can check it out at Newport Avenue Beach. Water temperatures in the 60s for today. Surf heights 2 to 3 feet. We do have that moderate risk for rip current, so you do always want to be aware of where the lifeguards say it is safe to swim. Unfortunately, 4th of July weekend is a unfortunately big weekend for rip current fatalities, not only at the Jersey Shore, but across the United States. You want to make sure you watch the water before you go in. Take a minute and explore the waves, the currents, where the lifeguards are. The more knowledge you have, the better you will be here. But again, we are on the corner of Moss Mill Road and Smithville Boulevard here in Smithville. We are waiting for the beginning of our Smithville 4th of July parade, live streaming on Facebook all morning long. And we are going to have a wonderful parade here. Now, I just want to lay out a few ground rules before we get started. Number one, it's going to get loud. We have tried to account for the noise as much as possible, but I've done this a number of years. You got the fire trucks blaring. You have sirens going off. It's going to get loud. You probably won't hear me at some parts. I'm going to let them do the talking behind me at times, but I will be coming back and forth explaining to you what's coming up. And I'll let you know here again, 138 marching units. This is the largest parade in New Jersey by marching units. And we got the go-ahead that they're going to start. 138 marching units here. We are going to start off with the color guard by the Atlantic Cape Marine Corps, number 194. There's going to be 8 people and an automobile with that. And then we have Bob Goldenberg with a military vehicle. And then we'll get started with the American Legion here. So we are getting started in just a minute or two here. And we want to shout out to everybody who is watching on Facebook right now. Now, this started back in 1998 with Ike Russer and Marty Russell and their close friends to instill the meaning of Independence Day to their children and the sacrifices that our brave men and women made to keep our freedoms intact. The parade in 1998, only 25 entries, and 26 years later, we have over 100 entries. And let's get it started here. Coming around the corner now, we have the Country Cruisers Motorcycle Group. It's going to be 7 motorcycles, and then followed by the Red Knights Motorcycle Group. And here they are, coming around the corner of Smithville Boulevard in Moss Mill Road here. I'm going to move my camera. I think that'll be a little bit better here. And we're going to get underway. Our 2024 Smithville 4th of July Parade is now here. We want to give a shout out to the Smithville Inn and Fred and Ethel's Smithville Hospitality with the Capola and Bajar families. They are the platinum sponsor for this year. Tony Capola, good guy, known well when I used to live in Galloway. Great guy, so happy to have him as a sponsor for this event. We're going to have a little bit of a clearing, and then again, we're going to have the Atlantic Cape Marine Corps number 194, the color guard, started off, and then it's going to get loud as we go into the morning here. Again, we are on the corner of Smithville Boulevard and Moss Mill Road. A beautiful 4th of July. A little bit of a hazy sky here, but otherwise mostly sunny. Temperatures in the 80s here in Galloway. A little humid, but hey, it's early July. At least it's not super sticky out there. And again, it is dry this morning across the area. All right, so let me know what you're doing for this 4th of July. Where are you guys hanging out? Where are you guys tuning in from? Up and down the Jersey Shore, from Cape May to Sandy Hook. We have plenty going on today. I will be in Long Branch in Monmouth County after this. They have Ocean Fest up there on the shores of Monmouth County. If you haven't been to Long Branch in a while, I'll tell you what. Very built up there. I mean, very, very nice. Beautiful luxury restaurants and hotels there. The Pure Village, of course, which started 20 years ago, kind of kicked off that revitalization of the area, and it is packed on summer weekend, and it's going to be packed today there in Long Branch. Fireworks tonight, always a big event there. My dad's band, Golden Seal the Band, shout out to them. They will be performing right around 1 o'clock. In Long Branch over there. But we are here in Galloway in Atlantic County. We're about 70 exits down the parkway from there for our 4th of July parade. Shout out where you guys are tuning in from today on this morning. What are your 4th of July plans? We have Carrie Stanhope who says, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, Carrie. Will's Weather says, hey, Joe. Hey to Will. Will, a rising young star in the media and meteorology world. He's down in South Carolina doing his thing. Had the pleasure of meeting him at the American Meteorological Society broadcast conference a few weeks ago. And pleasure having him on the live stream here today. Let's take a look at what's happening on the corner. Again, Moss Mill Road, Smithville Boulevard here in Galloway. Not much so far. We're going to wait a couple of minutes before we get started here. Again, 138 marching units here. We're going to see if we can get a few interviews as well, as we have people and dignitaries coming around the corner here. Just to let you know what the parade route. So, as I pop back my webcam on, it starts over at JD's, which is on Route 9 here, and at Smithville Square. It's about I would say about a third to a half mile down the road, right behind me. Then they're marching this way. They're coming around. And then we have the Smithville, historic Smithville, the Village Green, is where they'll end up. And that's about a quarter mile, if that, down the road here. So we're about 2/3 of the way through the parade route when you get to this point in time. So they have already left, and they're marching their way down here. We have a good crowd. See if you can see it behind me here on the corner. Good amount of people here. And here we go. We're going to get started. I don't know if you can see it just yet, but I can see them from my vantage point. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit, and we can show you. Let's see if we can get you a view here. Looks like we're not going to be able to. That's okay. But you can see them coming in now. Here we go. And again, we're going to get started with the Atlantic Cape Marine Corps number 194, the color guard here. Now, I will say there will be some last-minute changes and additions to this. I have the final version, but usually what happens is other groups, they want to join in, be a part of the parade last minute. Things do change. So sometimes it won't always go according to plan here, but we're going to try our best to keep this in line as we go forward. And this is, in fact, the Cape Atlantic Marine Corps. Coming around the corner, we salute all of our veterans who have made the ultimate sacrifice in defending our freedom. I don't think I'm saying anything unusual in that. Times now, lots of good things, but lots of tumultuous and on-edge times as well. And I think on the 4th of July, we can bring everyone together and we can celebrate our freedom and what we do have here in the United States of America. And we do thank our veterans here in Galloway, and around the state of New Jersey and across the country on this 4th of July. Okay, let's get started. Okay, like I said, there would be some changes here, and we already had one at the top. A lot of people want to be a part of this parade. Again, the largest in New Jersey by marching units here. We just had Taekwondo, our Taekwondo youth marching along the parade right now. But we're going to get back in order here in just a little bit. Let's flip it back over to our corner cam. And here we go. Sorry for that glitch, everybody. We are back. And here we go. We have the Four Seasons Veterans Club, 25 marchers. And you can see them here. All right, if you couldn't tell, we had a little bit of a tumble with the phone camera here. So actually what's really cool, we have this phone camera that's going to give you these views around the corner. And pretty neat. 2024, the internet is doing well and helping us live stream this just with one person and a webcam and a phone. So really, really cool that we can do this easily for you and give you some high quality video here for our Smithville 4th of July parade. Again, this is the Four Seasons Veterans Club. We have a mix of World War II veterans, Korean War veterans, and Vietnam veterans as well here. And we do appreciate their service and everything they have done to keep us safe. Conditions, obviously very tough when you're in war, almost hell-like. And it's something that many of us will never get to experience. We probably don't want to, but their courage and sacrifice are tremendous. Okay, now coming up, we have a mix of the New Jersey State Police as well as the Galloway Township Police. No fire truck. So we have the mounted unit of the New Jersey State Police, and now we have our Galloway Township Police Department Public Safety Cadets, our youngest members of the Galloway Township Police Department, keeping Galloway safe and secure year-round. Now, coming up here is going to be the Grand Marshal of the Smithville 4th of July Parade, Ike Rucker. If you remember, I said Ike Rucker started this parade in 1998, and here he is as the Grand Marshal of the parade 26 years later. And he is with his wife, driven by Joe Bettino in a 1996 Sebring convertible. And behind us, always a classic for parades, 4th of July included, the Sandpipers Marching Band. We'll let them play. Up behind the Sandpipers Marching Band is Yakish Corvette, driven by Dan Haviland. And we have behind that, how about this car? That is historic here that we are looking at. That's Joe Gerardo, the Atlantic County Clerk, coming around the corner. And behind that, a 1965 Ford Mustang. This was back when cars had all different kinds of cool colors. Now I feel like most of the cars are black or silver or gray. I do have a blue car, but not this color blue that's behind me. 1965 Ford Mustang. This is by David and Cecilia Kleiner, who is in that car right now, coming around the corner. $136 marching units. That is the official number for the Smithville 4th of July Parade. You're not going to find anything bigger than this in New Jersey. And we are live with you today on a fabulous 4th of July morning, talking to you all about it. Let's turn it back to our corner cam. And I do believe this is going to be the Smithville Inn behind me. And This is going to be the Coppola and Bouchard families. They are our platinum sponsor. Of course, they're just right down the corner from me here with the Village Green. 30 people strong that are marching right now. Let's take a look. How about that Corvette? You know, they said 30 people on this sheet. I think it's maybe more like 50 people on this. So they really came packed house from Smithville, from the Smithville Inn for this. We also have some of the Fred and Ethel staff as well. I haven't been to Fred and Ethel's in probably 3 years. Good place. Smithville Inn, of course, great place as well. Really good Sunday brunch there, too. If you haven't been, I should come back here for Sunday brunch. That's also been a couple of years. Thank you again, everyone, tuning in on Facebook here for our Smithville 4th of July parade. We are live streaming again for you on this July 4th. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day to you all. Let me know where you're tuning in from and what you're doing. What are your plans for 4th of July? What are you guys doing this weekend? Are you heading to the shore, hanging out on the boat today? Are you getting away from the beach? Want to go to the city? Maybe the mountains? I'm going to Lake Apacon in northwest New Jersey on Monday. Most of the weekend's looking really good. Let me just show you our sea and sand forecast again today. On the water, looking nice. Temperatures in the 60s. Those are water temps. That's about seasonable. Highs near 80 today. Just that moderate risk for rip current. So you do want to make sure you swim where the lifeguards say it is safe to do so. Now remember, I said it's going to get loud. Here comes the loud part. We have, well, it looks like we're going to have, well, it was supposed to be the Galloway Township Council members in the Republican League. Looks like we have fire trucks instead. I'm going to throw up my webcam. Let's get you full on with the corner cam as they were around the corner here. Don Purdy and his birthday float. I don't know if today is his birthday exactly, but if it is, happy birthday to Don Purdy. Coming up around the corner, U.S. House of Representatives Jeff Van Drew. He is walking behind. Here he is coming around the corner now. Jeff Van Drew, a Cape May County guy, but he made his way up to Atlantic County for the parade today. Thank you, Jeff. All right, coming in with a big lifted kit behind us on the truck. This is going to be the Galloway Township Republican League. Coming around the corner, that truck, I'm going to tell you, that truck's probably about 9 feet tall right now. That would be my guess. Coming around the corner, that is at least an F-150, if not an F-250. Around the corner here. Also here, Curtis Bradshaw, who's running for Senate in the New Jersey race here. Owner of a number of hotels in Camo itself. So we got people from all over South Jersey here, not just in Atlantic County itself. And coming up behind here, we're going to have our county, or I should say our local representatives here. Mayor Tony Capola just rounded the corner in that Humvee. Looks like we're a little out of order with our lineup here, and this is usually what happens with these kind of events. Wind's picking up a little bit too. It's actually a nice breeze. Storybook Land behind us and their volunteer fire company. Like I said, it's going to start to get loud. Let's see if we can flip it back over to our corner cam. And we are back on time here. Oceanville Fire Department is here. Oceanville just down the road from us in Smithville, down Route 9. Like I said, it's going to get loud. Fourth of July, obviously a busy day for our fire departments here. Fireworks going off. Maybe some people aren't supposed to be setting off fireworks, but they are. They have to take those calls as well. Of course, we have all of our town fireworks that are going on up and down the shore for today. Still Oceanville Fire Department behind me. I have a number of trucks rounding the corner. This is now Germania, which is on the western side of Galloway Township. That's going to be this truck that's coming right behind me. Not this truck here. The next truck that you're going to see here. So we have all different parts of Galloway joining together for our 4th of July celebration. Our corner cam is a little behind right now, and I think it's just the Wi-Fi connection. So I apologize for this. I'm going to see if we can get us back on track. All right, sorry for that delay there. Working through some technical difficulties. As you can imagine, there's a lot of people in a small place, and while we do have our own internet connection, sometimes it's just a little slow. So, we have more from our Galloway Township Volunteer Fire Department here, including that old fire truck from 1929 that's coming around the corner. Bayview Fire Company now coming behind us. I'm going to shift it on over a little bit so you can see what's happening on the side of me here. There we go. And the Bayview Fire Company here, not too far away from where we are in Smithville. Again, largest parade by marching units right here in Galloway today. It's a true pleasure to be with you and to do this again with our live stream. Nick Pittman and I did it with you last year. Happy to do it here with you this year. Getting a little loud as these fire trucks come on through. All right, looking a little slow right now with the webcam. Trying to fix it. We'll take it right here live. This webcam is working. We're in real time with you. We have the War Republic Fire Department behind us now. War Republic in the northeastern corner of Atlantic County. Kind of tucked around, or excuse me, I should say tucked in between Galloway on all sides here. See if we can change up our view a little bit. There we go. We have the Absecon Fire Department coming through now. And this is the New Jersey Forest Fire Service. Now, the good news with the Forest Fire Service this year is we haven't had many forest fires, and that's thanks in part to their work. In February, March, and April, even May, they're doing prescribed burning, which is taking care of the areas of the forest that could really expand a wildfire quickly. So by burning those areas in a controlled setting before the wildfire season comes to New Jersey, it helps to limit the spread of any future wildfires. And so far this year, we have been very low on the number of wildfires and the acres burned across the state of New Jersey. So we thank them for their good job, and we hope it stays that way as we go into the rest of the year. Now that we're in July and it's more humid, those wildfires just don't happen as often. All right, we have a little bit of a break before the Galloway Democratic Committee comes on through. 30 marchers coming through. I'm going to get out of your way as they round the corner. You can see on our webcam. Here they are. And this is a large American flag. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it here on webcam. I'm going to say that's probably about, probably 25 feet long, 9 feet wide or so. Big American flag behind me. The Rotary Club coming here in the Lincoln car that you'll see behind me. And we are coming back. We just had the Knights of Columbus come through. You can see them right there on your screen. And we're going to have the Riddles Brood Theater Company float. This should be the Wizard of Oz behind us. And here they are, coming around. The Wizard of Oz. They must have known I was here. Of course, Wizard of Oz, known for its tornado, the Wicked Witch of the West, meteorology, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, no tornadoes in South Jersey this year. We'll take it. Twisters, the remake on the popular movie about 30 years ago, is coming out July 19th. I will be seeing it. Maybe you will too. I think if you're a meteorologist, Twister is one of those things that's just part of your culture. It might not be the most accurate movie of all time scientifically, but it gets the job done. Here we go. We have Ella Maxwell singing God Bless America. My home sweet. All right, we are back at the corner here, Smithville and Moss Mill Boulevard. Great performance by Ella Maxwell. She's probably been doing that. That was probably her 5th time singing it by the time she got here. Wimberg Funeral Home just passed us around the corner. And Veterans Roofing should be behind us. And it looks like that actually won't be the case here. It is Veterans Roofing that is behind us. My apologies. Veterans Roofing is behind us. They're rounding the corner right now as we speak. And they came loaded with a bunch of people here. We got about 15 people in the cart with the United States Marine Corps and all branches of the U.S. Armed Forces. Their flags around the bed of the truck there. We have someone with a drone, something that I'm always partial to. We have the Galloway Elks coming behind us. We're going to have 25 marchers here. Coming around the bend. They'll have a convertible, too, behind here. Thanks to our Galloway Elks for all their volunteer effort and altruism. Between the Knights of Columbus, the Elks, volunteer fire department, a lot of volunteers that help make Galloway a great place to live. I lived here for 3.5 years, enjoyed it very much. And it's all thanks to the volunteers that help make this town a special place in the state of New Jersey. There's the convertible. We have our Mustang convertible coming around the corner. Yeah, it looks like they even added a pickup truck, too, to the addition here. So we got more people on the bed of the truck celebrating the 4th of July. And next is going to be the Apsagami High School Marching Band. Nope, it's actually going to be the Cub Scout Pack. Like I said, these things are very last minute sometimes. We get late additions here. So we have the Galloway Cub Scout troop behind us. They'll be coming around the corner right now. Again, Joe Mortucci here on this 4th of July weekend. Kicking off our 4th of July weekend. Current temperature in Galloway. Well, we are sitting pretty nice for this time of the year with a little bit of breeze. Current air temperature, 78 right now. 78, so pretty much perfect. Wind's just kicking up as I said that, of course. Here comes the Cub Scouts coming around the corner here. We have the Moms Club of Absecon and Galloway coming around the corner as we speak. And we have our free and accepted Masons as well, 23rd Masonic District in Atlantic County. There we go. We got sparklers. We got crew boats. And this is going to be the Apsagami crew team coming around the corner. Something that's special to us here at the South Jersey Shore. Our high school crew teams and the competitions they have during the school year. You're thinking rowing, you're usually thinking during the summer, but not these guys. They are rowing a good part of the year. Shout out to them for taking time out to celebrate the 4th with us here on Thursday morning. You know, if you're in high school, 9 o'clock's a little early. They have to really get here around 8 o'clock or so. So shout out to them for being up early. Here comes the Abscami High School Band playing God Bless America. You know, school's over for them. It's been over for a couple of weeks, so thanks to them for coming out during their summer break, spending time with us at the Galloway 4th of July Parade today. Here comes Galloway United. The soccer team, youth soccer team, moving on through, rounding the corner. Here at Moss Mill Road and Smithville Boulevard. If I had to guess, this was the Smithville Barbershop, and that is correct. Smithville Barbershop. And a 1956 Dodge pickup truck, 1956. So we are going back almost 70 years. That pickup truck's still running pretty good, looks like. Behind there, we just had Ron Emmons and his custom electric bicycle. Ron Emmons here. And coming around the corner now, we're going to have Simpkins Martial Arts and Emily Kaser. 20 marchers coming up with Emily here. So right now we are just about 60% of the way through with the parade. So we still got a good bit to go. Let's say hello to everyone watching on Facebook. Iris says, doing a fine job following the parade for us. Happy 4th. Happy 4th to you too, Iris. Mary Grace says good morning. Man, Gigi says good morning. Good morning. My mom says hello. She texted me. She asked what time I was getting to the Galloway parade, and I'm sorry I couldn't text you. I had the phone over here, and I couldn't text from there, so I apologize. But you saw me, so I am here. Happy 4th of July. Monique, happy 4th of July. Monique Marie. Phyllis says looking great. Thank you, Phyllis. Gil says from Ridgewood Senior Living, all the way from Ridgewood. Happy 4th. Sue says great job. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Sue. Nancy Robbins says thank you. You are very welcome. And Dominique Higby says hello. Yeah, I really have to thank Mike DeLulo, Kathy DeLulo, Rich, Maxwell and company for inviting me to take part in this 4th of July parade. I've been doing this now since 2018. This is going to be our 7th year of doing so. 7th year, at least me covering it in some way, shape, or form. 2nd year live streaming it. 1st year live streaming it myself. Last year, Nick Pittman and I did it. And Nor'easter Nick did a very good job, him and his husband, Gary. This year, happy to take on the ropes myself and doing this. We'll try to make it bigger and better for next year for you, of course. And a couple of years I've got to judge the parade as well. We used to have 3 judges, and we would judge the parade based on best float, best routine, best performance, etc., etc. And that was really cool also. So, you know, really happy to be here in Galloway. Even though I don't live here anymore, was a important part of my life here, especially starting out when I was at the Press of Atlantic City our first couple of years. And really appreciate everyone here for making me feel at home and part of Atlantic County. Born and raised in New Jersey, just not from South Jersey, from a town called Union, New Jersey. That is about 95 exits north on the Parkway. We're going to pause now for a Blue Star Mothers tribute to Toby Keith. R.I.P. to Toby Keith, passed away early this year. Country music legend. One of my favorites. I think I could probably sing 20 of his songs. So sad what happened to Toby Keith passing away earlier this year, only in his early 60s. Left such a legacy on country music. And he was one of those people that just had hit after hit after hit for a long period of time. I don't know if he was ever the top name in country music, but he certainly was always on that A-list for years on end. So shout out to Toby Keith. R.I.P. I'm sure he's enjoying somewhere up there, or maybe with a red Solo Cup here on our 4th of July. All right. So we have I believe this is going to be a 1938 Ford Humpback behind us. We have a number of old cars here. 1966 Ford Thunderbird, 1938 Ford Humpback, 1964 Chevy Malibu, 1934 Ford Sedan, 1936 Buick. They're all going to be around in the corner here this afternoon. This morning, I should say. Feels like the afternoon, but this morning, I should say. Here's the Buick. 1936 Buick driven by Ted Gooding. Bad Boys Termite and Pest Patrol around the corner, very decorated nicely in the bed of the truck for 4th of July. Mainland Baptist Church. Now, we're going to have a lot of people from Mainland Baptist Church around the corner here. We have a bus, we have a float, and apparently on my sheet it says 175 marchers. While we wait for them to get going, let's show you our holiday forecast. You know, we're looking for a high of 87 degrees today. This could be our hottest of the 3 summer holidays. Turns out, you go back the past 5 years, 4th of July was the warmest in 2020. Look at Labor Day, though. The warmest 3 years in a row, including a real funky 2022. I actually didn't know this. At ACY Airport, we were at 84 degrees on Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day. I don't know if that's ever happened in recorded history before. That was probably the first time. Typically, on average, 4th of July is our hottest holiday of the year. As you can see, though, Labor Day has taken the top spot in the past 5 years. This year, we'll see what Labor Day does. But right now, 4th of July, expect to be 87 at ACY Airport. Good chance that could be the warmest of the 3 holidays. Get you to our sea and sand forecast. Temperatures in the water in the 60s today. 70s on the bay side, so warmer there. Probably even a few low 80s in some of those shallower back bays. Surf height 2 to 3 feet. Moderate risk for rip current. So, you know, listen, when you go out to the sand, give yourself a minute. Look at the water. Make sure you know where the lifeguards are. See if you can spot any rip currents. You're really looking for breaks in that wave action. That is usually where there is a rip current. And see where most people are swimming. They're going to be swimming in front of lifeguards. That's where you want to be. Winds south 10 to 15 miles an hour, so not all that strong, at least for beach standards. Not a lot of sand blowing around. And that's brought to you by Ventnor City Special Events. Flip over to our high temperatures. I think a few places get up to 90. That's if you're well inland. Hamilton at 90 degrees, 90 in Jackson Township. Over at the shore, that's where we're going to beat the heat. 81 in Atlantic City, 81 in the Wildwoods. LBI kind of floating out there like a buoy in between the Barnegat Bay and the ocean, 76 degrees there. And let's get you back to Mainland Baptist Church. Here's the float.
Did you stream and cover it? Cool.
Yeah. Oh. Again, this is Mainland Baptist Church, 175 marchers that are working their way around the corner of Moss Mill Road and Smithville Boulevard here on 4th of July morning. A number of quotes here from President Ronald Reagan from the Mainland Baptist Church, all about freedom and liberty and how America is a beacon of freedom across the globe. And on 4th of July, I think many of us feel that a little bit more, especially when you do see a lot of division and a lot of confirmation bias and much, sometimes even disparity amongst us all. But, you know, I think when you come to a parade, 4th of July parade like this, you know, we're all one United States of America. It's like your siblings. You have differences. Sometimes you fight, but you're still family. That's what we are here in America for all Americans, no matter where you are, where you're watching, how you got here, and what you're doing. We're all one American. We have all walks of life here in this Smithville 4th of July parade, a microcosm of what's happening all across the United States, from New Jersey to Florida to Maine to Alaska and Hawaii today. All right, coming around the corner, the Boardwalk Corvettes. Got a number of Corvettes coming around. Don't see too many yellow cars anymore out there. You see some reds, though. We have a number of Boardwalk Corvettes coming around. Corner as we speak. Tell me where you're tuning in from today, everyone, as we celebrate this 4th of July here in Galloway. Thanks to all of our followers on our live stream here on Facebook. You can be anywhere and watch this 4th of July parade. Again, largest one by marching units. This started back in 1998 by Ike Rucker, who is the Grand Marshal of the parade, and Marty Russell and their close friends. They held a parade on 4th of July to instill the meaning of Independence Day to our children. Now, if you were born in 1998, you're now old enough to drink. You are 24 years old. So you have generations now of people who can come to the parade. The parade started with just 25 entries, and now we have over 130 entries today. So a big increase. Listen, this is the biggest one in the state by marching units. You won't see anywhere bigger in New Jersey than this. Started out saluting our veterans. Then we saluted our active troops and our veterans and our first responders now, especially in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. We want to shout out the Smithville Inn and Fred and Ethel's. We had the Capola and Bouchard families march through about 20 minutes ago. They are the platinum sponsor for this parade. And we appreciate them sponsoring this parade. Really, the parade ends up at the Village Green over at the Smithville Inn. It just makes sense to have them as the platinum sponsor for this parade this morning. We have Karen watching from Smithfield, Maine. All right, Maine. A little bit cooler in Maine than it is here, although it is very nice here in Galloway, of course. Temperature is right around 80 degrees right now here in Galloway. Jersey Shore Baptist Church rounding the corner right now. The Battle of Hacksaw Ridge. This was in the spring of 1945 in Okinawa, Japan. During World War II. A tribute to that. And our World War II veterans that are still alive today, decades after the war ended. Desmond Doss was awarded the Medal of Honor on October 12, 1945 by President Harry Truman. And we're celebrating his legacy today. And a very lifelike reincarnation of the Ridge. Military men at the time taking care of our fellow soldiers on that ridge in 1945. Very good reenactment behind us. Mike Brandenberger. Good morning, Joe. As always, an outstanding job. Thank you, Mike. Happy to be talking about the 4th of July here in Smithville. I don't think I can be anywhere else on the 4th of July at this point other than Smithville. I've been here since 2018. I think I'm in here for the long haul, hanging out with you today on the 4th of July. And, really, since I've been here every year, it has been dry for the parade. Sure, it might have rained later in the day, but at least dry for the parade itself. And it should stay that way today. I do believe we're dry in Galloway and in Atlantic County as well. Certainly good news for us if you're going to the beach, maybe to Brigantine Cove, maybe some of the back bays doing some boating. You're going to be looking real nice all around here for the 4th of July. Okay, let's take it back to our corner cam. Bagpipers coming on through. This, I believe, is a Jersey Devil pipe band with Joe Vada. Ridgewood Senior Living is behind us. Hey, didn't someone on Ridgewood Senior Living? Yes, Gil said happy 4th from Ridgewood Senior Living. Well, here they are, coming around the corner as we speak. Hey, this is a pretty cool Ram truck we got behind us. So we got pink accents on it. The Ram logo's pink. The seats are pink. I know you can't really see it too much behind me, but pretty cool car. We'll let them drive by around the corner. So this is the New Jersey Ram Club that's coming through right now. All Dodge Rams, all different years. We have an 87 Dodge Ram that's currently rounding the corner. If I had to guess, that Dodge Ram is also from the 80s. Maybe even the 70s. It has a historic plate on it. This one obviously is a newer Dodge Ram that's coming around the corner. And I'll tell you what, after these Dodge Rams come through, we have some really cool stuff behind it. We have a couple of performers on those really high bicycles. You can see them riding around. In the Pleasantville High School marching band also that will be coming. Absolutely fabulous. Wonderful. We get people from all over Atlantic County, all walks of life, here to celebrate America's freedom back in 1766 when we signed the Declaration of Independence. And you know, that day in Philadelphia, we want to talk about weather for a second, was actually on the cooler side. Temperatures only around 80, below average, even back then in Philadelphia. Of course, there was no air conditioning then, so I'm sure they welcomed it. I don't think there were really swimming pools back then either, like there were now. Let's let the Pleasantville High School marching band come on through. We'll hear them perform right now. Galloway Township Historical Society will be followed by Our Lady of Perpetual Help in Egg Harbor City and in Galloway. Roman Catholic Church over at Our Lady of Perpetual Help. Coming back into the picture here, and we're almost done. We're about 3/4 of the way done, 80% done with our Smithville 4th of July parade. The route in total, about 3/4 of a mile to a mile or so. And after this, it's going to be lunchtime for me, maybe lunchtime for you, barbecue time. I'm going to have a hot dog on the 4th of July. I don't really eat hot dogs, but I make an exception for today. I'll try to watch the Nathan's hot dog eating contest at noon. That's on ESPN2. No Joey Chestnut this year. I saw him back in 2011 in Coney Island. And I got to tell you what, it's just an event. You don't have to like them eating all the hot dogs, but just the event on a corner of Surf and Stillwell in Coney Island, they make it fun. There's performers, there's bands. George Shea, who we interviewed on the Across the Sky podcast last year, I think the best hype man in the country. He gets the crowd going. I don't know how he does it. I don't know where the energy comes from, but he does it. But it's really special. It's just a part of Americana on the 4th of July. So you don't have to like all the hot dogs. That, they're going to be eating, 1,000 hot dogs between the men and the women. But really cool event. No Joey this year. I know he's doing his own thing this year, a little hot dog drama. But still be cool to see. And, hey, we'll have a new winner this year. And that's 4th of July for you. All right, we have Dust Bunny Cleaning Company right now that's coming around the corner. We're going to have fire trucks, ambulance behind that. Like I said, we're almost done with the 4th of July parade here. This is going to be Atlantic City's first fire engine. Look at this, back in 1854. I'm going to turn around and get a look at this. It was hand-drawn and hand-operated. I don't know how they did that. Where did they get the water from back then? I guess tapped into the city water. 1854, Atlantic City was just becoming a town. It wasn't even incorporated at that point. All right, let's get back to what we have here. I believe this is going to be a Corvette coming on through. I apologize. That's a Camaro, Chevy Camaro. My apologies. I have a Chevy. I should know better. Chevy Camaro coming behind us. That's a 2017 Camaro Custom. That's by Glauco Schaefer, who's driving that car right now. And we have a Corvette, nice blue Corvette behind us. And the parade is just about wrapping up. We're going to have 2 more floats, and then that's it. We have our Smithville 4th of July committee behind me. And an hour and 10 minutes later, it's done here on the corner of Smithville Boulevard and Moss Mill Road. Already some people clearing out. It's going to be busy getting out of here in Galloway. My weather dad, Jim Everwine's behind me there. I don't think he can see me. But I saw him. So there we go, 138 marching units to call this the largest 4th of July parade in the state of New Jersey by marching units. It's been a wonderful hour and 10 minutes here with you. Weather is good, nice breeze, not too hot today, not too humid, real nice for the 4th of July. I'm happy to be here with you and celebrating the 4th in Smithville or wherever you might be tuning in here this morning. Let's all remember the meaning of 4th of July, our freedom, and all the people who fought for our freedom over the centuries to allow us to sit back, enjoy, hang at the beach, maybe work at the shore, hang out at the shore, whatever you might be doing. It's all because of the people, men and women, who gave their lives and gave their time to make sure that we have our freedom here today with our stars and stripes and our red, white, and blue. I hope everyone can be nice to each other today. Celebrate America together. And we'll be back with you next year for our Smithville 4th of July parade. I want to thank Mike and Kathy DeLulo for having me here today on the corner of Smithville Boulevard and Moss Mill Road. Until next year, everyone, I'm Joe Martucci. You can find me at JoeMarWX on all your social media platforms for your weather coverage. If you want to work with me, you can find me on social media too. We have sponsors up and down the Jersey Shore who work with me on social media marketing. You can let me know there too. And reach out. I'm more than happy to talk with you about that. But happy 4th of July. Stay safe. Enjoy the fireworks. We'll be back with you next year at the Smithville 4th of July Parade.